Welcome back. Nice to be with you. Nice to have Stoney with us. And what a week. You know, Mike Hellisshore blows out his Achilles tendon. We're really soaking that news in.
Awful.
And then the Tigers hit us with the extension for Leyland and Dombrowski, and the town went into frenzy.
Yeah, and you know why? Very simple. Everybody want to say, why now? Here is a team that is battling for a division. They're in first place. Why reward the general manager and Leyland now? If they go and win this division, absolutely give him an extension, even though I don't agree with everything that's done. But they win the division, you give an extension. Now, and there's precedent. In 2009, they got the extension. It was earlier, it was in June, and we know what happened in 2009. It just made no sense to me.
But do you think there had to be some sort of communication from the guys saying that they wanted it for some sort of stability, they didn't want to be caught in that lame duck situation and answer the questions for the rest of the season? I generally agree with you, but I'm trying to find the other angle here.
They don't have to answer the questions because Jim Leyland can just say, I'm not talking about it like he does with the lineup. We can't ask him about the lineup anymore, which, by the way, I will still bring up right now.
You're not 6 years old, so
I'm not 6 years old. Oh, look, they had a 9-game road trip. They won 5. They lost 4. Always want to have a better record on the road. That's good. It could have been better. The only two things, I'm not nitpicking, because a lot of things Leyland did this road trip was really good. When he brought Benoit in for Verlander in the 8th inning, that worked. The suicide squeeze, that worked. This isn't just anti-Jim Leyland. This is just, there's two questions that everybody in Detroit wants to know. Why is Maglio Ordonez still batting third? He's batting .223 right now, and he's like 5 out of his last 37. Why is he batting third? Your third guy's a power guy, isn't it?
He's so reluctant to make a switch in that middle of the order. I've always been a proponent for moving Cabrera up just to get him more at-bats in the first place, but Leyland goes back to that it takes guys a certain personality to sit in that cleanup spot and do it effectively.
But Max, and you traded for Wilson Betemit. He's hitting like .292, and yet I think he sat out 2 of the games this week. Why? He didn't have the same, restrictions on Brandon Inch. I can't figure it out. Now, is it costing them victories? I'm not going to say yes. It's perplexing to me why Maglio Ordonez is still batting third. That's all.
Let's spend a minute on the Lions.
Okay.
Understandably, the first preseason game, but reason for optimism. They came out, did everything you could possibly ask them to do.
Yeah, they passed the ball well. The defensive line was really good, and they look great. Now, Cincinnati Bengals stink.
They're going to be terrible.
They should be terrible, but yet they were able to run the ball on the Lions a little bit with Cedric Benson, and the Lions, especially after Best was out of the game, had a tough time, Harrison and Bell, running the football. There are some reasons. Backus isn't, the offensive line is a little banged up. That's the only concerns I had coming out of that game is their ability to run the football and their ability to stop the run, and a little bit of ridiculous penalties. The Sue one on Andy Dalton had Jake Delhomme written all over it, and he's got a reputation, but he's got to calm himself a little
What's
bit.
most concerning to me about that, and I've heard it talked about on your station a lot over the last couple of days, is the smart aleck on the other team who's going to say, all right, you're going to do that to our quarterback? I'm going to do that to your quarterback.
Exactly.
And that's what worries me, because
Right.
the opposing teams are going to go after Matthew Stafford.
Correct, and that is a problem. He's got to be healthy. He looked very sharp. All the quarterbacks look pretty good.
We got a nice, big, fat 45 seconds for your Stonehead.
Ah, yes. Well, that's about what it deserves. The Stonehead goes to Carlos Zambrano of the Chicago Cubs. Friday night, I believe, he gets hit with a home run, and then he hits a guy, and then another guy comes up, and then he goes after Chipper Jones. And if that's not Stonehead-esque enough, after the game, he cleans out his locker and says he's going to retire. Way to stick up for your teammates. Carlos Zambrano, you're a mental case. Not that I want to make fun of mental cases, but you are a Stonehead.
That is Mike Stone, 97.1 The Ticket, every morning, 6 to 10. You can hear him on the radio every Sunday right here on The Update.